global nature of this magnificent sport of boxing. We have got fighters from all over the world just waiting for the cue to step into the arena. Tajikistan's Khasan Salokhidinov enjoys a slight height advantage over his opponent tonight. All of the boxers here had the honor and privilege of meeting the legendary Manos di Piedra, Roberto Duran, Hands of Stone, on hand at the whole range of festivities that have been taking place ahead of this, the climax. What has been a quite magnificent week. Khasan Salokhidinov taking up residence in the black corner.
Please welcome his opponent coming into the gold corner, representing the United Arab Emirates, Sultan ALNUAIMI.
Well, Salokhidinov's opponent, Sultan ALNUAIMI, a familiar figure in these parts, comes to the boxing ring sporting a perfect record of 10 fights without defeat, 6 of them inside the distance. And earlier this year made history by becoming the first ever fighter from the UAE to secure a victory at the Asian Games. I was ringside commentating at that tournament at the Hangzhou Gymnasium in China.
Ladies and gentlemen,
An Olympic qualifier and an historic victory secured by ALNUAIMI.
Your officials, your judges at ringside from Uzbekistan, Italy and the USA. Your referee in charge of the action from Kazakhstan will be Alisher Altayev. And now it's time to meet the boxers. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the black corner, weighing in at 53.9 kilograms. 20 amateur wins to his name. He makes his IBA professional debut this evening. From Tajikistan, please welcome Khasan Salokhidinov. And his opponents across the ring, fighting out of the gold corner, weighing in at 54 kilograms even. He comes to the ring this evening with an unbeaten professional record. 10 wins, no losses. 6 of his wins come by way of knockout. Representing the United Arab Emirates, please welcome Sultan ALNUAIMI.
Okay, guys, head up, no holding, no low blow, listen to my command, shake the hands. Good luck.
So the final instructions issued by our referee, and this a considerable step up in terms of duration and in terms of the experience of the opponent that he will be facing for Khasan Salokhidinov out of the black corner. How will he make the adjustment on this magnificent stage here at the Agenda in Dubai? We're underway then. It's a contest scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds between boxers from Tajikistan and the United Arab Emirates. The boxer wearing black, trimmed with gold, slightly taller of the two, is Khasan Salokhidinov. Exclusive experience in the unpaid IBA code. And a man who's just scored with a spearing left jab to the body is already an undefeated professional. 10 wins out of 10, 6 of them coming inside the distance. But as is the case, he continues to straddle both the paid ranks and IBA boxing. Attempted to qualify for the Olympic Games next year in Paris by attending the Asiad in Hangzhou. Scored the first ever win by a UAE boxer when he scored a second round KO over his opponent from Laos in the round of 32. Went on to lose at the next stage to Pakistan's Zoeb Rashid out of the Pakistani military. And he then lost at the quarterfinal stage to the estimable, iconic Hasanboy Duzmatov, did Rashid. So that gives you an idea of the level ALNUAIMI is operating at, and he's opening up in this first round in confident mood, scoring effectively to both body and head. Really relaxed guard being proffered by Salokhidinov. If you're going to box in that type of style, you can see he's wide open to both head and body, concentrating on his offense with that attempted left jab downstairs, but really doesn't seem to be paying too much attention to what may be coming back. Good right hand between the gloves of ALNUAIMI from Salokhidinov. For his part, ALNUAIMI content to invite pressure, retreat back to the neutral corner. Again, you see an exchange of jabs there, just reducing the space in which he can operate in the ring. Of course, this is how some boxers feel comfortable. But there's very little, certainly no room to move backwards, and very little room to move left or right as he retreats to the ropes voluntarily once again, perhaps trying to snake out a counter over these relaxed hands being put forth by Salokhidinov. There you see he scores with his right hand over the top once again. Nice left jab on the counter from ALNUAIMI, and good left jab in return from Salokhidinov. Looking to just present unconventional angles to his man. Lands with a slapping left hook. That was with the inside of the glove, then uses good foot movement to cause ALNUAIMI to fall short. But ALNUAIMI followed up, kept the attack going, and landed with a left jab to the body. Well, you can see he's a loose-limbed operator, is Salokhidinov. And again, really looking to spear his man with that right cross. He's had some success with it. And the more we got into the round, the more his confidence appeared to grow. Electing to remain on his feet in between rounds. Some of the action from that first frame. Good start by Sultan ALNUAIMI. Came out full of confidence, was able to find the gaps in the open guard of Salokhidinov, but then became comparatively passive in the final minute of the round, adopting this posture in the corner, and such was the accuracy of the straight shots of Salokhidinov. He was able to get through the attempted guard to score consistently, particularly with his backhand. So into the second round we go then. This is action in the 54-kilogram division. Both boxers making weight at yesterday's star-studded weigh-in. MC Michael Buffer in attendance, so too the legendary multi-weight world champion, and who's in the conversation for the greatest lightweight of all time, Panama's Roberto Duran. Again, it's a brisk start to the round from ALNUAIMI. Just as he began the second, can tell you that this is the second round of a contest scheduled for 6. Exchange of jabs right on top of the logo at center ring as ALNUAIMI tries to double up the jab, momentarily turned southpaw, but back into the breach as he was switching his feet, stepped Salokhidinov and was able to tag him with a two-shot combination. Left jab, right cross. And again, with this being his first step outside of IBA boxing, this is going to be the furthest, or it's the furthest that Salokhidinov has ever been scheduled to box in a contest scheduled for 6. Nice movement in the pocket from Salokhidinov to dip beneath the right hook. There, the speculative right hook was off the mark once again from ALNUAIMI, but his follow-up left jab was right on target. So Salokhidinov just trying to lure his man in, presenting that chin as an open target, and then looking to counter with quick strikes due to his fast twitch reflexes. There you see, right on cue, did get through with the right uppercut during that 3-shot salvo. Beautiful stab jab to the body from Salokhidinov. Back comes ALNUAIMI with a left jab, right hand. The boxer taking the opportunity to work on the inside. Salokhidinov given his long-limbed frame. That's a beautiful counter, right hand twice. May have slapped with it, but again, can see that he's comfortable boxing in this relaxed manner. So ALNUAIMI made to miss with his jab. Credit to him for keeping it going, turning it into a treble jab, but his feet just out of range due to good head movement. As another stab jab lands to the torso of ALNUAIMI from Salokhidinov. Right hand was a scoring shot from ALNUAIMI, but follow-up lefts were out of range. So can he make the adjustment with his feet, ALNUAIMI? Competing here on home soil, but he's meeting a man boxing over this distance for the first time in his career, but he is oozing confidence the more we go into the contest. Some of the action from that second round as the men exchange jabs. So into the third round we go then, and it's a brisk start out of the corner from Sultan ALNUAIMI. Can see that there's an advantage in terms of height and reach in favor of Salokhidinov, and he's used his feet very well indeed, just used them to step out of range as he did there. And so it's going to be, the onus is going to be on ALNUAIMI to keep attacks going. If his initial forward foray falls short, as it did there, but then he's got to come again because he's using the space of the boxing ring very intelligently indeed, is Salokhidinov. Hasn't yet unloaded with any offense of his own in this second round. Glancing left jab lands from Sultan ALNUAIMI, then he drops it down to the torso. Beautiful single lead lefts being fired out by ALNUAIMI. Good work to the body by Salokhidinov, and flailing shots off the mark. Tucking up tightly behind high-held gloves is ALNUAIMI, but then a second right hand did get through from Salokhidinov. Mention the fact that ALNUAIMI is a popular figure in these parts. All but one of his 10 contests have been right here in Dubai, as another left jab to the body lands, then countered upstairs by a jab from ALNUAIMI. But seeing as he's competing here as a 54-kilogram boxer, it's interesting to note that just 6 years ago, he couldn't even complete a 500-meter run. He was a dedicated gamer before he was introduced to the sport of boxing by a friend. Beautiful left hook after that cluster attempt to downstairs from ALNUAIMI. That's a rather telegraphed roundhouse right, and as he was recoiling it back, well, look at the advantage that Salokhidinov was able to take. And the man who switched from the sedentary activity of gaming on a couch, got down to the boxing gym and found himself hooked like so many boxers do. Natasha Jonas, the Olympian, the current world champion in the professional ranks. When I was working with her ringside during an amateur show, she said to me that she entered the gym over 20 years ago to lose weight for football, and she still finds herself there. What a practitioner of the noble art she is. But it's the same bug that has bitten Sultan ALNUAIMI, but he's got his hands full here. Just under 30 seconds remaining in this third round. again, showing no fear of the distance, Salokhidinov. Remember, 20 amateur wins under his belt. Oh, that's a cracking right hand followed by a left. Best shot of the entire contest. A whipping roundhouse right landed by Salokhidinov, which checked the bearded chin of Sultan ALNUAIMI. Now, he took it well, but that, a beautifully picked punch from the man from Tajikistan. Some of the action from that third frame. Good work to the body from ALNUAIMI, countered by a slapping left hand upstairs from Salokhidinov. That's an example of the man from Tajikistan landing with the inside of the glove once again. That not a scoring shot, but the right hand that he landed just before the bell to conclude round number 3 certainly was whipping right hook fired in, and it landed flush. Well, it's interesting, after electing to remain on his feet in between rounds, Salokhidinov taking the refuge of the stool in between rounds 3 and 4. So into the second half of this contest, 54-kilogram action scheduled for 6, and this representing uncharted territory for Khasan Salokhidinov. His first foray outside of the usual format of 3-round boxing, what used to be known as the amateur code. Of course, prize money on offer at so many tournaments around the world. The recent edition of men and women's championships hosted by the IBA, over 3-2s, the gold medalists receiving $200,000 each. 100,000 for silver medalists and 50,000 each for bronze, all part of trying to help secure the financial future of fighters. So because such amounts are on offer over the 3-round format, amateur has been dropped as an adjective describing this IBA code of boxing by federations all around the world. But here, this one scheduled for 6, and Salokhidinov showing no fear of the distance whatsoever. And you can see he's a very relaxed operator. And if you're able to fight in a free-flowing, relaxed form, well, you're using up less physical and nervous energy. So at this type of tempo, at this type of pace, oh, that's a cracking overhand right again. And on this occasion, it appears as though the knees of ALNUAIMI just dipped, and then he was tested down to the body, which caused him to drop his elbows. He gamely fires back a 2-shot salvo while in the pocket, but he's just keen to hold on to allow his senses to recover and his energy levels to improve once again. Overhand right is what Salokhidinov goes in search of once more. Treble left jab across the ring, where the final 2 lead lefts did get through from ALNUAIMI. Then he drops down with a jab to the body. Approaching 2 minutes gone in this 4th round. A counter right hand again, not too far away from Salokhidinov. He scores with the left jab in between the gloves of Sultan ALNUAIMI. ALNUAIMI was in the ring as a professional. The Asian Games were in October and November, excuse me, in September and October. He was in the ring as a professional in September. Here he is in a contest scheduled for 6, finding his hands full. Sultan Salokhidinov, beautiful counter left, right once again. The left hook may have been partially blocked by the right glove of ALNUAIMI, but the right hand that followed landed altogether more solidly. And again, he's using the space of the ring wonderfully. And the single jabs being attempted from ALNUAIMI, well, they're keeping Salokhidinov occupied, but he didn't find a range with any of them. So this, a really keenly contested affair, as the overhand right lands once again for Salokhidinov. And it's been a really effective punch for him during the course of this contest. Blistering start out of the corner once again to begin the 5th round by Sultan ALNUAIMI. Jabs and hooks being fired in, and just looking to back up the uber relaxed Khasan Salokhidinov. Now back, feinting with that front foot in the space of center ring. Counter left-right attempt, but on this occasion ALNUAIMI able to repel the combination by getting his gloves up into defensive position. Both boxers looking to shoot the single jab, neither man finding the range. But it's a real physical chess match with the feet, this one. Salokhidinov doing a good job measuring the distance, making his man miss, then making him pay without reply. That's a cracking left hook landed to the body by ALNUAIMI. Really did fold over Salokhidinov to his right after he took that left hand beneath his floating rib. And maybe, given the challenges that ALNUAIMI is finding, catching the head cleanly of Salokhidinov, maybe he'd be advised to drop down to the body and try and test the man's conditioning. Remember, this is first venture into anything beyond round 3 of an IBA contest. Looking very relaxed and composed up there in the ring so far, but perhaps a few more body punches shoveled into his midsection would test his legs and his conditioning. So this type of territory, good digging away with the left hook is Sultan ALNUAIMI. And surely it's in this type of position where he needs to be working away. You can see slightly more compact, slightly more heavily muscled. Looks more ideally suited for work at short and mid-range, does ALNUAIMI, but he's put on the end of a 2-shot combination twice in quick succession. Left jab, right cross, and they're coming from the belt line, so they may well be out of the sight line of ALNUAIMI. He's looking just a little bit ragged now as he looks to operate behind a low-held guard, trying to present a different look and posture to Salokhidinov. Left jab to the body, right hook over the top, scoring shots from ALNUAIMI. ALNUAIMI just being backed up, rather ragged looking left hook. There he scores an altogether crisper right hand to the body and then right cross to the head. ALNUAIMI coming forward, but it's a single jab once again. Can he find the combination work that he begins each of the rounds with? Here's a solid left jab that gets the attention of Salokhidinov, who comes back with a straight right hand and a left hook, but the left hook was blocked. And now on a 10-second clapper, ALNUAIMI is trying to dig away to the body and work on the inside, momentarily put into a headlock. Terrific two-way action ahead of the final round in this 54-kilogram contest. Some of the action from the 5th. Looking for the overhand right once again was Salokhidinov, and that is a punch that has served him well all bout long. Sneaky left hook behind the right glove of ALNUAIMI from Salokhidinov. But this is a terrific left jab. This one was actually off the mark, but there was a jolting left jab fired out by ALNUAIMI that landed flush. Snapped the head back of Salokhidinov. So into the final round of our show opener here at the Agenda in Dubai. Slight delay to time being called. Referee performing some duties to ensure that the ring is clear. So Salokhidinov just presenting a different look now, up on his toes rather than a flat-footed, bendy-waisted operator we've seen for the previous 5 rounds. Again, terrific use of the feet just to control the distance, and with him being a slightly taller, longer fighter, look at how he's able to land singles without reply, peppering ALNUAIMI with shots. And ALNUAIMI, you see him charge forward with a double jab, but he's swinging at the wind here. Well, he's being touched up by shots that aren't potent, but they are point scoring. Clearing distance with the shoulder is ALNUAIMI as he charges forwards once again, but his 2-shot salvo off the mark, and then he's not able to follow up to make it a 2 or 3 phase attack. And look at the manner in which the boxing ring is being used by Khasan Salokhidinov. And we mentioned the fact that this is his first foray into anything beyond 3-minute rounds. And now that we're in the 6th and final round, he's giving the impression of a boxer, of a fighter who is feeling good about himself, and that is why he's cutting an altogether more dynamic figure, continuing to flow in relaxed fashion around the boxing ring. Right hand to the body, followed by a right hook to the head. Trying to press and dig away downstairs is ALNUAIMI, but look at how he's being made to pay by crisp, accurate counters from these long, lashing straights from Salokhidinov. Just over a minute remaining in the 6th and final round. And the home boxer from right here in the United Arab Emirates, well, again, he's finding his opponent tonight, a man who is difficult to deter, who is undaunted by boxing over 6 3-minute rounds for the first time, and he has acquitted himself very well indeed. Right hand downstairs to the body attempted, followed by a left hook upstairs from ALNUAIMI. Beautiful left, right once again. The first 2 shots of that 4-punch combination landing effectively for Salokhidinov. Trying to bite down and dig in and respond. Here's Sultan ALNUAIMI. You see the right eye reddened by the lever that he's been touched up with from the left flank of Salokhidinov, who makes his man miss and then fires back, but it was his own attempted retaliation was inaccurate on that occasion. There's a good right hand landed by ALNUAIMI, but a contemptuous shake of the head from Salokhidinov. And now I think that right eye beginning to leak blood as Salokhidinov contemptuously dropping his hands, trying to tap his heel like Roy Jones Jr. is ALNUAIMI, but he couldn't follow up with an effective single of his own from that right flank. That is a terrific show opener here at the Agenda in Dubai. And this has been a really hard-fought affair for the undefeated local man, Sultan ALNUAIMI, because he met an unconventional customer in the form of Khasan Salokhidinov of Tajikistan. His first ever foray into something other than the customary 3-round format of IBA style boxing, and my goodness, he has acquitted himself very effectively indeed. A loose-limbed operator who found the range with long straight shots, often without reply, not averse to looping them from around his belt line as well. And perhaps his style that you won't find in many coaching manuals, just catching Sultan ALNUAIMI unawares. I think it's been a terrific performance by the man over in the black corner. How will the 3 scoring judges see this one? I think this man has boxed very well indeed over the course of the 6 3-minute rounds. So that eye injury just being attended to by the corner team of Sultan
Ladies and
ALNUAIMI.
gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both boxers. Before I announce the decision, I would like to invite to the ring the IBA Board of Directors member, Mr. Dian Gomez, who will present the losing boxer with prize money of $5,000 and the winner with prize money of $10,000. And after 6 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, where we have a unanimous decision. For your winner, In the black corner, representing
What a terrific
Tajikistan,
performance and a magnificent victory for Khasan Salokhidinov, inflicting the first defeat onto the professional ledger of Sultan ALNUAIMI. With this being an IBA Champions Night affair, remains to be seen whether it will go on his actual professional ledger, but make no mistake, the moment belongs to this man, Khasan Salokhidinov. 20 amateur wins over 3 rounds under his belt coming into this contest and dealing with the 6-round format oh so comfortably. Wonderful operator, loose-limbed, relaxed, and he comes away with a unanimous decision verdict and the winner's check of $10,000 US. Sultan ALNUAIMI competed spiritedly, but he simply could not get to grips with the relaxed guard and long straight punches that were looped in from the belt line, lashed in from unexpected angles, switching both body and head, and his overhand right was a really effective punch for Khasan Salokhidinov, and he comes away with a unanimous point decision victory to open our evening of fight night action here from the agenda in Dubai.